Have you ever had one of those nights? You're eating reheated leftovers, scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly it feels like everyone you know secretly won the lottery. Your college roommate is posting from a rooftop bar in Miami. Your coworker just pulled up to the office in a brand new $70,000 SUV. Your neighbor is renovating their kitchen again. Meanwhile, you're checking your banking app to make sure you have enough to cover groceries this week. You sit there and wonder, what am I doing wrong? How is everyone else affording this? Take a deep breath. Let it out. I am about to tell you a secret that will completely change how you view money, success, and your own life. You are not falling behind. In fact, most of what you are seeing is a carefully constructed mirage. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the fake rich illusion. We are going to look at the actual math of how people fund these lifestyles. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never feel jealous of that shiny new car again. When you walk through a nice neighborhood and see those manicured lawns and luxury SUVs, your brain automatically tells you, these people have made it. But let's look at the math. The median home price in the US is hovering around $400,000. Most people don't have the $80,000 cash needed for a traditional 20% down payment, so they put down 3 to 5% and finance the rest. With current interest rates, property taxes, and insurance, their monthly housing payment easily consumes 60% of their gross pay. They aren't wealthy. They are what financial experts call house poor. Every dollar is spoken for before it even hits their bank account.
But the house is just the foundation of the illusion.
Let's talk about that giant truck or luxury SUV parked in the driveway. Right now, the average new car payment for trucks and SUVs often exceeds $1,000 a month. To make that payment seem affordable, dealerships are stretching car loans out to 72 within 84 months. That is 7 years of paying interest on something that is rapidly losing value. Once you add in gas, insurance, and maintenance, that vehicle is costing them upwards of $1,500 a month. Between a massive mortgage and a luxury car payment, these people are burning through their entire paycheck just to look successful to strangers. They are financing the appearance of wealth while living in a state of permanent financial emergency. But what about the 20-somethings? The ones living in the fancy downtown apartments wearing designer clothes? How did they do it? Here is the secret nobody posts about on social media. Invisible safety net. According to recent data, roughly 1/3 of adults aged 18 to 34 living at home with their parents. Like eliminating rent, they have massive amounts of cash to spend on luxury car payments and weekend trips. On top of that, about 50% of parents with adult children are getting regular financial assistance, averaging nearly $1,500 a month for things like rent, groceries, and phone bills. When you see a 25-year-old driving a brand new BMW, there's a very high chance their lifestyle is heavily subsidized by mom and dad. They don't post a screenshot of the Venmo transfer from their parents on Instagram. They post the steering wheel logo. And for the ones who aren't getting help, they relying on credit cards. The average American has around $6,000 in credit card debt. A luxury vacation looks identical online, whether it was paid for in cash or charged to a card at 22% interest. The visual is the same, but the financial reality is different. As humans, we are biologically hardwired to measure our success by comparing ourselves to others. But in the digital age, this comparison game is entirely rigged. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes reality, your stress, your budget, your trade-offs, to someone else's carefully curated highlight reel. Worse, social media creates a time compression effect. You might see a friend post a photo of a new car, a European vacation, and a home renovation all in the same month. You assume they can afford to do it all at once. In reality, they saved for the car for 2 years, booked the trip using credit card points, and DIY'd the renovation over 6 months. We also confuse a high income with actual wealth. You can earn a six-figure salary and still be completely broke if your expenses expand to eat every penny you make. If you want to know the statistical truth about wealth in America, here it is. The median net worth for people under 35 is only about $39,000. Half of the people your age have less than that. So that Instagram influencer lifestyle you're constantly comparing yourself to, statistically, it is built on leverage, not real wealth. Here is the bottom line. The financial lives you are seeing around you are mostly illusions. It's debt, it's family help, it's selective presentation. If you are saving any amount of money, if you are staying out of high-interest debt, and if you are investing consistently, you are already ahead of a massive portion of the population. You just aren't posting about it, and that's perfectly fine.
True financial security is quiet. It doesn't need validation from strangers on the internet. I want to give you permission today to officially opt out of this game. Stop trying to keep up. Let your neighbor lease the $70,000 truck while they panic about their credit card bills. You drive the reliable paid-off car. Cook dinner at home. Put the money you save into investments that will actually grow. The people who look the wealthiest are often the ones running the tightest margins, while the people who are quietly bending real wealth often look completely average. The real wealth isn't the shiny car or the designer clothes. Real wealth is waking up without financial anxiety. It's having the freedom to quit a toxic job because you have an emergency fund. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are secure. Keep your head down, stick to your budget, and play the long game. Because 10 years from now, while everyone else is still drowning in debt trying to look rich, you will actually be rich. If this video helped you take a deep breath and feel better about your financial journey, hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this today. Remember, quiet wealth is the best wealth. See you in the next one.